Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yogscast at Rezzed. This is the third and final day, and firstly, thank you very, very, very much for taking the time out to come along and meet us. Also, to all the mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day. Okay, there's a couple out there. Hopefully, this is the best Mother's Day ever. I guess I should introduce these guys. So, not that they need any introductions, obviously, because, wow. But first up here, we have someone who is also known as in the Littlewood, but we like to call him Martin. It's Martin Littlewood. How you doing, Martin? Yay! Are there any saplings in the audience? 13 saplings. That's not bad. It's not bad. Next to him is a guy I learnt about chaos from Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. But unfortunately, most of you haven't seen it because you're too young. But this is Dave Chaos. Everyone loves a bit of Dave. Bit of Chaosville. Can't go wrong. Now, following this are three gentlemen who I think are possibly the funniest trio in the whole of Yogscast. There isn't a funnier group of three members unified under one banner that I can't think of one at least. So I guess to put names to faces, closest to me here, we have Trot. Oh, they like the walrus. Next to Trot, everyone loves him. He's Mr. RDM himself, Ross. And then, ready to rip some Richards, it's Al Smithy. Oh. So that's Hat Films. They're fantastic. And then to round us off, before we say au revoir to everyone, we have to obviously introduce Parv from Parv Plays. Now, I've seen some Area 11 shirts as well, so, I'm sure there's, like, double fandom going on for some people. It's that exciting. So we've decided to do, we've had some questions from you guys that have been emailed in to us. Today, we're also going to open up questions to the floor once we've kind of gone through our list of the best ones that were sent through. And I guess we'll start off with something that Elliot asked. And it says, if you didn't have a YouTube channel, what do you think you might do for a living? So, Dave, what would you be doing?
I'd probably still be a security guard.
Yeah?
That's what I used to be, yeah.
I don't know, I made a video with Kai the other day where we baked an Oreo cake, and I think I've got a new passion there for baking and all things food, so I think probably
you want to be an Oreo cake?
Yeah.
You want to be an Oreo cake?
I want to be one. That's it.
I think that's an aspiration.
That's what I want to be.
That's beautiful.
That's it. That's the future.
I think... Hold on, let me think. I want to be a full-time walrus.
Yeah?
Yeah. Get my own aquarium.
Yeah?
Full suit. Maybe some surgery.
A bucket? Would you have a bucket?
No.
No.
Birthdays.
Birthdays.
Birthday bucket. Birthday bucket.
I think I'd go back to my roots as a burlesque dancer. It's something I'm passionate about, and I think,
Can we see some moves?
Well, we can't see some moves right now because, they're locked away until, half
You got a stool right here.
Well, that's it. Well, this is all you're going to get. This is all you're going to get. I'll also do a bit of dancing with the, pull the...
What's that?
No.
What is that? Is that like an umbrella?
Oh, that's the flash dance.
Flash dance, yeah.
All of a sudden, way. It's
You
raining.
guys seem to know a lot about burlesque dancing.
Did you not watch Ross's early burlesque work? It's really beautiful.
It's really good.
I try not to look
It's a private
directly.
video. It's on my iPad. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Only Terps have seen it.
Only I've seen it. Well, I filmed it, so, of course.
Great camera.
I've got a bit of a passion for pastry. I think that, there's something about the way that, phyllo pastry... No? Does it not speak to you?
No.
So you would be a patisserie.
Yeah.
I don't know, a pastry chef, specialising in phyllo.
Does it not speak to anyone else?
Well, I think the Oreo cookie cake was a little bit broader. People could understand that. You've gone a little bit too niche there.
I don't see any hands up.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking
But there you go, and that's why he's on YouTube.
My dreams, guys.
Parv.
Before all this, I'd probably be doing death metal again, sort of scraping a living, doing that really appreciated.
What does it sound like on the death metal songs? I forget the growly.
Give us a
voice.
sample.
all the way through,
Wow.
It sounds like a tumble dryer, breaking.
Yeah, well, no.
So Jacob asks, how did you come up with your YouTube names? So for someone like Martin, I think it's going to be really interesting. Here we go.
God. No, mine's pretty obvious. So obviously my surname's Littlewood. Years and years and years ago, like 2007, I set up a vlog channel called In the Little Woods, because the idea was you'd be part of my family, essentially, part of my life. So that's the whole name. And then pretty much every social network didn't allow for the extra character at the end. The character count was too long, so In the Little Wood ended up just sticking. And then when I made my second channel, which is now my main one, it just sort of went from there, I guess.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, mine's... Well, I needed a gaming tag when I first started doing online gaming, so that's where it came from.
So you were Dave, and then you thought, how can I beef this up a bit?
Yeah. And I used to be really into this heavy metal, thrash metal rock band.
Yeah,
and the
one
lead
of Palms.
yeah, I think it might have been Palm, yeah.
I do like Chaos as well.
Back in the day.
All about the chaos.
Well, the lead singer of that was Casey Chaos.
Ah.
So I just plagiarised his surname.
Fantastic.
Why'd you ask this question?
I didn't. It was Caroline. So, Caroline, thank you.
It's your fault. Okay.
Seek her out.
It used to be HAAT Films, and we were at uni, and Smith wasn't there. He was a tag-along.
He was working on his pastry at the time.
And it was
following his
literally
dreams.
Hart was our surname, so it was Hornby, Ashman, Adams, Trott. And I'm Trott. Yeah, that's me. And then, for some reason, we thought the hat was cool, so we just... Then uni finished, and Smith came along. We were like, we may as well keep hat. Wish we could change the username, URL, but that's pretty much it. The logo was always a hat. And that's it. It's a really dull story.
It's nice, though. It's kind of behind the scenes.
No, that's completely fake.
Here
We
we
are,
go.
in fact, secret milliners, okay? We have this whole enterprise
you weren't
going
gonna tell
on.
people.
We like to do it in foreign markets, though, so we don't want to bring it in. We feel it would conflict too much with our brand.
Also,
but in
there's
reality,
the tax dodge as well.
a lot of tax dodging, awful lot. But if you're ever in East Asia, we have this great thing going on right now. We're trying to bring it back. It's like huge feathers on, they're not really hats, they're more sort of, what do they wear? Like
Fascinators.
Fascinators.
I mean, I
Of course,
don't know,
Turks knows what a
maybe,
fascinator is. Yeah, so we
something.
do these fantastic fascinators, which will just scream class. So East Asia, check it out.
There we go. Path.
Well, when I was born, I was assigned a noise, and that noise corresponded to my identity. And the last word was Parvis. So I, in my imaginative ways, decided, I know, I'll be called Path. That sounds like that works. So.
And then you fuse that path with plays.
Well,
almost.
plays is actually a verb, which is it sort of implies fun and enjoyment, and I thought that might be good for the market. So
That's brilliant. Okay. Next up, in fact, sorry, Jacob asked that previous question. Sorry, Caroline asked, which member of the Yogscast is the most annoying? So
After three, guys?
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Turbs.
Turbs.
okay,
So
well we'll keep moving on. So, what is the best thing about being part of the Yogscast? What kind of...
Nothing, really.
Nothing, okay.
Can't think, not gone.
But, okay, so outside of Hat Films, what would you say, what was the best thing about being part of the Yogscast?
I guess for me, in all honesty, was just that it allowed me to have independence. Like, having an office to work out of is really, really cool, and having that environment to... Like, if I'm ever stuck for creating videos, I'll go to Lewis, I'll go to Shin, Duncan, anybody, and there are people there that have seen a game that I might be interested in, stuff like that. And honestly, if I'm ever just out of ideas, that's how I source them. Because I can spend hours looking over the internet and everything is pre-access and, can't buy them. So for me, it's kind of just the fact that there is a group, there's a family, there are people who want to help each other. It's never a competition between Enemies and Yogs. We're all just like, yeah, we can collaborate on this, we can give you that game, we'll do that. So I guess kind of just the unity in the group of Yogs is kind of what I like the most, the support.
Yeah,
But,
we
yeah.
call it a family, and it feels
Yeah, the
that
family,
way at times.
That's it, yeah. Everybody
we
in the
row,
office knows each
but,
other.
it's good. It's good.
Not often.
No. Ross, what do you think?
Well, we make videos for a living, and it's pretty awesome. Do you know what I mean? And then, it's pretty there. And we get to play games, and then make videos of those games. And so, with some cool people. So I think, what could be better than that?
I believe it was Socrates that once popularized the idea of something called a forum. Now, most people might think that a forum is just like an internet board, right? But in reality, there is actually a real point to what I'm about to say. Forums are where people come and meet, right, online, and you sort of, it's where everyone goes. It's kind of the lifeblood of conversations and creativity. And I think one of the key things of being part of the Yogscast family, thank you, Mark Turpin, is, you're not Mark Turpin, is that, you know, it's a creative forum, and we can talk and we can bounce ideas off each other, and we've all got slightly different aspects to our channels, which kind of helps, like doing collaborations and stuff. You sort of explore different corners of the internet, of which I'm sure you're all aware there are many, and most are very weird. Reddit is a really great place. It's horrible. But anyway.
You know, it's a great office. The people are awesome. The work is obviously, you get to do what you love and everything. What more can you really ask for? I mean, and as well, I don't know if I'd have many friends in Bristol if it weren't for the Yogscast. Like, these guys are kind of my friends as well.
That's beautiful. So Reese asks, what was your earliest gaming experience, and how would it compare to playing games, the games you're playing currently? What's your first kind of gaming memory?
I'm pretty sure mine was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sega Mega Drive. And honestly, like, in the current market today, if you make something pixel art and you make it a platformer, it sells.
Yeah.
And I feel like we started there, we went through this kind of like, 3D is quite nice, and now we're back to where I started. So for me, it kind of feels like it's come full circle. There's not really much in the way of comparison. Like, controls aren't quite as finicky as they used to be, but yeah, like, visually, it's just like we haven't really gone anywhere. I feel a bit halted.
You say that, though. If you go, there's the replay section over there with all the classic games.
Oh,
and I forgot how bad they look. Like, in my head, like, when they do an HD re-release of these old games...
I've had this with Final Fantasy.
Exactly. You think, like, you see it, and you're like, but that's what it looked like. And then you actually go and see it, and it's like...
Yeah,
wow.
memory lied to me about how good Final Fantasy looked.
Yeah.
And I saw IGN did, like, this kind of, like, thing where it sweeps the screen, and it's, like, terrible, still kind of terrible. It's like, it goes like
not
that.
As terrible.
Yeah, not as bad.
HD terrible.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. Dave, what's your earliest gaming memory?
Earliest memory is probably Bomberman on a tape.
Yeah.
Loading it up in the deck, waiting about an hour for it to fail.
It was like a jacket potato. Even if you don't fancy one, put it in, because by the time it's done, who knows? That's what gaming was like. I remember Paperboy. You know, I'd be like, I don't fancy playing it now, but let's whack it on. Let's see.
See, this is a struggle for me, because 3 days ago I can't remember anything. So I remember falling off a shed. That's it. Diablo 1. That was really good. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was good. Diablo 1.
Super Mario, SNES, classic, and Snake on the Nokia.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
So, you can't forget that one.
Definitely counts.
Hardcore.
It is a game.
Yeah.
It is a game, actually.
It was like the Flappy Bird phenomenon.
It was a real challenge.
Back then. You know, everyone loved Snake. It was phenomenal. I was terrible at it.
That's a classic.
We were kind of forced to play Snake, though, weren't we? It was literally the only game on the phone. So
unless you knew how to play Mahjong.
Flappy Bird pre-installed on everything.
I never worked that game out, but you could play like some weird Mahjong or there was some like card games that I had no idea.
It looks like Dominoes, but a bit more complex.
Yeah. I had a Master System 2. That was my first ever console. My parents got me. And weirdly, the first game I ever remember playing was Alex the Kid. As a kid called Alex, that was it. I mean, Alex the Kid really, really confused the living hell out of me. I would load the game, play 5 minutes, get to a bit where you had to play rock, paper, scissors, and immediately lose. It was absolutely solid. But that was fun. And yeah, that was probably my first game.
So my first gaming memory was I used to watch my dad play. I think it was Civilization 2, but it might have been Civilization 1. My memory's a bit hazy, but I actually got my dad in a bit of trouble with this because I would watch this. I was about 3 or 4 years old, and like when we went to war with another country, it was like, to me, this was like, oh no, like this is real. This is real bad if we lose this. And I actually started having nightmares and stuff about, like, these other guys coming to get me and stuff. My mum banned me from watching my dad play Civilization because it was too scary.
This is Civ back when it looked like basically a honeycomb structure that was brown, and that scares him. Like, Civ now looks surprisingly good. Civ 2, I remember, was like chariots.
It was so real, though, because they had actors that played the the advisors and the different countries. So to me, it was like...
I think what's more interesting is now that you're playing Civ in the Yogscast series, I imagine you having more nightmares, really.
Well,
there's been some horrific
my poor scientist.
Well, I think you did.
He will be avenged, I promise you.
One day. So, Parv, specific question to you from Laurie asks, what's going on with Gigacraft at the moment?
Well, that's an interesting question, because it's nothing to do with Parv players, actually.
Well, it's an
In fact,
Area 11
you might be
question.
thinking of a different Parv.
I'm thinking of an Area 11 Parv.
Well, is that question directed at the missing episode, or is it directed at the...
Is there going to be more? Is there going to be more episodes?
Currently, there's none planned.
But who knows?
But at the same time,
What do you mean?
we're working on a lot of new music, and it's like takes a lot of time to make music. Takes a lot of time to make a long play story-driven Minecraft series, and it's either or for us, unfortunately. And I don't know. I quite like playing guitar, so I think we're going to do that.
That'd be good.
But yeah.
Hat Films, do you plan on having any other collaborations with other Yogscast members, like the Shat Blocks, in the future? Are you going to be doing anything else?
The thing is, like, we started with Sips, and we just don't like him, do we?
He is really hard to get on with.
Unbearable.
Like, people say he's the best guy. Like
the real guy. No.
the
He's
real guy.
probably
Yeah,
watching
I mean,
as well.
yeah. I mean,
He's
we
watching
brought Terps on for a bit of sweet relief, didn't we? Really. Like,
But even you, I mean...
yeah. No, he's like a very, very lovely guy. If
So
he's
yes.
watching, where's our
Sorry.
50 quid? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, collaborations are awesome fun. It's basically you just get to play with someone, like, understand new things that they do, like Sips plays in a completely different way to us.
It's more a case of who can tolerate us
Yeah.
and who's actually willing to work with us, because there's three of us already. Martin hates us, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, not
why you talk
professionally,
to me?
though.
But no, we'll collaborate with anyone, for sure.